Good morning, everyone. Another beautiful day. Start this off with some Mr. Brown coffee, macadamia nut, very popular on the island. Product of Taiwan. Don't let the Chinese know. They're gonna be kind of weird about it. But yeah, welcome back. Those Mr. Browns are only $1 a pop, so the little stores that get a lot of traffic are increasing the price by a dime, by a quarter. I remember when those things were only like 50 cents. Anyways, let me get a lighter. Fuck. Oh, I got a lighter here. There we go. Forgive me. So yeah. So just starting our morning off or day off. Let's go over some things. What is OPEC? Talking a lot about oil. Before I move on to other things, I want to cover most of what I know about oil and talk about some things. Excuse me. So OPEC is our rivals when it comes to business, right? OPEC is the organization of the petroleum exporting countries. There's like 13 of them, I believe. I think there's 13, I'm not sure. But they are headquartered in Vienna, Austria, and they were started back in the 60s by like a couple Arab countries, plus Venezuela. But yeah, OPEC consists of Baghdad, Iraq, and the 5 countries of Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. Those are the founders. They're calling OPEC a cartel. What is OPEC? Why is OPEC a cartel? That's funny. I believe there's 13 countries of these guys. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. I know they have a real heavy hand when it comes to the say in pricing on the barrels of oil. Price of oil right now is $76 a barrel. So it increased from yesterday. So this is why me. Did my battery die? I don't know. Okay. Okay, those 5 countries I named off, plus Algeria, Angola, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Libya, Nigeria, and the UAE. I didn't know about a lot of those other countries, especially Nigeria. I didn't know they were producing oil. I didn't know they were part of OPEC. That's even more fucked up because I know there's a lot of poverty in Nigeria. And they're an oil producing country. That's fucked up. Francis Ngannou talked about, he's not from Nigeria. I think he's from like Cameroon or something, but he made his journey across Africa to Europe, and that was a fucking crazy story. I followed it on Joe Rogan's podcast. So yeah, those are the OPEC countries, and they're all oil producing states. When I say state, I say state of like a country, not a state as a U.S. state. The other countries are considered states as well. They're just not ours. So OPEC is kind of like, I think they're more powerful than us when it comes to dictating the prices on oil. But we have the dollar where oil is traded in, and that gives us some leverage. However, I understand the OPEC countries don't like it. They're not satisfied with the situation as of now. And then China, oh shit, China's in there too, and they're trying to fuck around and take away the game from us, and they're trying to replace us. I don't know if they can do it. I mean, they're really big and powerful and smart, but the U.S. is young and hungry. But we might have just fucked that whole state of America up too. I don't know. We got a lot of problems in our country. But no matter what happens, we were a legit country before we became like the world power, the world superpower. Even if we're not number one or number 5, top 5, we are still gonna be foundational on our same principles, the rules, the Constitution that our founding fathers wrote out for us. Unless there's a civil war and they just scrap that and rewrite something else. That happens. It'd be a big deal if it happens to America, because we're kind of it right now. We're kind of a big deal. Whether anyone wants to admit it or not, they might hate us. A lot of countries do hate us. I almost got into a fight in a bar in the Philippines with this German guy. Old expat bar, a bunch of old dudes in there, and we're playing pool. I'm playing pool with my wife's uncle. We're just, having a good time. And then this guy asked me where I'm from, and I told him America, and he started laughing. He said, "I'm sorry." And so as I engaged in this conversation, I was like, "What are you sorry about? I love my country. Fuck you gotta say about it." I mean, I'm not the best fighter, toughest guy out there, but I'm not no punk, right? I'm not gonna let you fucking disrespect me like that. Like, yo, what the fuck you say? You can't be saying that shit without a response now. And we're in the bar. You lucky I don't fucking kiss you with this bottle. Also, in the Philippines, you don't need to be fighting in the Philippines. You don't want to end up in no Filipino jail over there. Those motherfucking prisons lack human rights over there. They throw your ass in a room full of 50 dudes. Half of them are coughing up with fucking tuberculosis and shit. Yeah, don't do that. Don't go to prison in Manila or in the Philippines. Maybe the provinces might not be so bad, but Manila, fuck you. We're not gonna get nothing done over there. That's why when I go to Manila, I just stay right there in Malate, near the embassy. I'm not trying to mess around, if I have to run away and go to my embassy, it's just right there. I can still fucking sprint a mile pretty good. Maybe not faster than a lot of these kids today, but I won't stop. I'll keep running until you catch me. But I'm not trying to get stuck in a foreign country, especially going to prison in a foreign country, man. Fuck that. I met a guy under a VA program, a veterans program here. He was what's that word when they deport. They deported him from Korea, and because he didn't have no documents, right? And he's an old veteran. He just decided to live out there in Korea and stay out there. Didn't do no paperwork or nothing. made a life, had family, everything. And then they caught on to him, right? He was like some rapper or DJ. And they caught on to him. And they fucking deported his ass to Guam. So I'm staying with this guy in this nice big house, right? In this veteran funded house, bunch of veterans in it. And it's under the SSVF program. And they had this house, for guys that need help. And I ended up staying here. And this guy was deported from Korea, said he couldn't go back if he wanted to. The government they kicked him out. And so and he was from like Jersey or some shit. So they sent him to the closest U.S. spot, which was Guam. So he got here, but he has no documents, nothing. So he was stuck. The VA was helping him get birth certificates from his record of birth or something like that. And I was like, man, what a situation. Like, not a bad situation though. Like, this guy didn't have nothing, and they're putting him up, feeding him. It was pretty cool. I didn't last long in the house. I stayed there maybe 2 weeks, and then I split. I was like, yeah, too many rules, man. I'm out. I gotta go do some things. But this guy, he ended up. I had a couple buddies that went through that house, and they would tell me about him. And they're like, yeah, he's running the place now. He was my roommate in there, but now they're like, yeah, he's running it now. Like, everyone's checking in with him. And when I was there, it was an old Vietnam vet, and he was kind of strict and mean, and he held it down pretty good. But this guy was cool as fuck. So when they said he replaced that mean guy, I was like, oh man, that sounds like a good time. Like, it sounds like we'd have some fun in there. But yeah, it was an experience, But if any veterans ever need help, listen up. Hit up West Care or SSVF, and they will get you squared away. You need to provide some paperwork that they can work with, but they'll point you in the direction of everything that they need from you. It shouldn't be a problem unless you're fucking around and lying and shit. And yeah, you're not gonna last long there. And no veterans, a lot of veterans got problems, but a lot of veterans do need help and want the help. And a lot of veterans are just taking advantage of the system and, fucking grabbing what they can. To each their own, man. Those guys don't usually last long around the circles, So, went over OPEC. Price of oil is $76 a barrel. That's good, man. I was still in the oil field. It went down to $30 a barrel. I was still there. If you want to get into oil, beef up your resume, grab you some fucking steel-toe boots, and start shooting out resumes. And be ready to roll when you get a call. Try to work on your CDL if you can. But other than that, man, like, you really just gotta, you have to have clean piss. You need to pass the piss test. And you can get into the oil field, make some money. Don't hold yourself back. If you want to make some real money, that can level you up. Metals. Okay, metals. What's the price of gold today? Google says gold is 2467.40 an ounce. That's ridiculous. That means gold is getting more expensive. Honest to God, when I first learned about gold, when I got out of the Marine Corps and I went to college, my wife's family, they buy and sell gold, right? They own pawn shops and shit. Gold was like $1,000 an ounce. No shit. Gold was $1,000 an ounce. It's $24.67 right now. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then platinum was more expensive than gold. It was like double the price what it is now. and it was more expensive than gold, and now it's half the price of what it is. So platinum's like 900. Bro, gold is where it's at. So the trick to buying gold is you buy for half of what it's worth, and then you sell it for what it's worth. That's a trick. If you can get it cheaper than that, more money, more power to you, and more money to you too, for reals. But ounces of silver were like $25 an ounce of silver. My wife, they'll buy it for like $6-7 an ounce of silver, and then they sell it for like $25 an ounce of silver. It's a crazy fucking markup, crazy. And imagine you buy 1,000 coins of silver for like that. That's insane. And they got little silver bars and coins and shit. So like I've been fucking with that. I even have some friends. They be doing it real big though. They're moving real weight, like blocks of silver, like kilos. Artillery shells. I got a friend that has an artillery shell of silver. I was like, fuck, where do I get that? That's cool as fuck. But gold, honest to God, man, you listen to like the minds behind money, people that know money, that talk about money, they all invest in gold. Like people that the big players, they're all messing with gold. Trust me. Look into it. It's the oldest currency in the world. I don't know if it's the oldest currency in the world, but it's the longest used currency in the world. We've been using gold and silver for thousands of years, but it's got some magical properties, man, and I can see why the aliens want that shit. You know, I was surprised to learn gold don't rust. I couldn't believe that. That was insane. That was insane. I've seen shit literally like rust in front of me, like rust growing on my weapon and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I fucking clean and oil this bitch all the time. How is there rust? But bro, gold don't even rust. That's pretty amazing. $2,400 an ounce. That is insane. Okay, let's go over the price of what the fuck. Silver is at $27 an ounce. That's pretty good. Platinum is about $935. Palladium $954, and rhodium, oh my gosh, rhodium is $4,900 an ounce. What is rhodium used for? I don't know what rhodium is. But gold, man. At one point, America made it illegal for us to own gold. So fucking typical of them. That's some bullshit. But now it's not illegal. But even if it was illegal, you might want, it behoove you to fucking mess with that stuff. Our constitutional republic is supposed to limit government, and our government is continually reaching for more power. And I get it. Every government in the world has done it in history. You know what the problem is? Republicans. Conservatives. That's the problem. We're the problem. I'm not a Republican, but I'm conservative. I'm not a full-blown Republican. I wouldn't call myself a Republican. I'm like right there in the middle with more conservative values. That's how I label myself. I have some liberal democratic values and ideals, but they lose me a lot. A lot of the stupid shit has lost me. And then the Republicans. I'm disappointed in those cats. Like I thought they were more up for us, but it's proven to show me that this is bigger than what we see. There are people in the background fucking with us and fucking with our government and fucking with our rights. So it behooves you to prepare for the unknown, because the police show up at your door after a problem, when the help is not there no more and you're a victim. Like, keep that in mind. At least in my country, we have the ideal or the dream to defend your life and the life of your family. I know it's hit or miss in the court system today. I worked in 23 in Union, right there in Seattle, Central District. I lived around there, but I worked right there on 23rd and Union. And why the fuck did I bring that up? I don't know. Sorry. I lived in the hood though. I don't even know why I brought that up. Fuck, I can't even rewind it to fucking say what I was saying. But the metals are where it's at, man. Honestly, even if you can't fuck with gold, ounces of silver are only $27. You can go into your pawn shop and buy you a nice coin, right? And I like to give them out as gifts now for my nephews and nieces and family. I give my family silver bars, little silver bars. I don't give them any more money. I don't like to do that no more. They just waste it. Everyone's wasting money. Honestly, you don't need shit. You need some food and water, some clothing, maybe a car, and then you gotta maintain everything. Everything else is extra. Like, we're becoming slaves to our material. We don't want to do that. We want to stay on point. We want to stay on our game. And honestly, when I have all this extra shit around the house, and I'm like, no one's messing with this. Why do we have it? I just look at wasted dollars, that could have been used for something else. So now I'm like putting together little batches of stuff to sell or donate. And I actually got a truck full of shit I gotta go donate today. I'm gonna make a Salvation Army video today. I'm gonna go down to Salvation Army and make a donation. And then I go to the flea markets and I sell old clothes. They're like $1 a piece, no problem. Some of these clothes still got fucking tags on them. My wife be going shopping, buying stuff, and leaving them in the bags, and they're fucking get kicked under a table or a bed somewhere, and then I find a fucking bag full of goodies. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking money right there that no one... fucking marriage. Money, fucking... Yeah, money is the root of a lot of problems, but you don't need a lot of money to be happy. You just need to be financially free. Like, if you want to make more money, start a side hustle. Fuck, I don't know. Open a business. I don't know why anyone is out there. Well, actually, I do. Our government, our system, our school system, they just need good workers. They need you to go to high school and learn enough to be a good worker. Nothing more. You want to really fucking be part of the system and resist it at the same time? Go start a business. Start a business. Biden though, Bidenomics or whatever, COVID, whatever you want to blame it on, they fucked up. They hurt the little guys in the middle class. I heard the biggest redistribution of wealth happened under Biden, from the lower and middle class to the elite. And that's considering like all the lockdowns and the businesses being shut down, and people losing their wealth and their savings. And we all got hit pretty hard during COVID, right? But there's a lot of people out there. There's a few people out there that netted a positive. And I should tell you something. If you look at the situation for what it is, it's always the government trying to get money off of us. But now The government took it up a notch. And they hit us with a psyop. And they're playing us. It's so obvious. They're playing the world, though. Somebody has control of the world. I keep hearing about BlackRock and the WEF and Klaus Schwab. I hear these names a lot. Look into that guy, Klaus Schwab. You will own nothing and be happy is their goal. This Looney Tune gets dressed up in costumes and goes to like weird shit. They're wealthy, and then they have a plan for the mankind. This fool's a German Nazi. Literally came from the party. His dad was part of that. And this guy's like an old man now. And he has kids that are more radical than him pushing it. It's like, bro, the world is okay with that? Like, y'all keep fucking around. We're gonna be okay with China taking this bitch over. You know, like, I'll be okay with China running shit if you guys put you guys out of business, man. Fuck you. Trying to fucking take away whatever I got. Okay, let me talk to my wife. We'll talk more again.